Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're excited for today's video. It's Saturday. On Saturdays, I do Cellar Saturday, where I drink something from my cellar. And right now, I'm really trying to prioritize adjuncted beers. And I saw this one, I'm like, yep, ding, ding, ding. So this is Dogfish Heads, and I actually forgot about this. I have a different glass for Dogfish Heads barrel-aged beers, but I have this one that's like supposed to be like for higher ABVs. Anyway, so this is actually oak-aged vanilla worldwide stout. I was thinking it was just vanilla worldwide stout. So it does have some oak aging as well. Stout aged in oak on vanilla beans. With these caps and this beer, you know, it's probably somewhere around 15% ABV. They don't put them on here. So I honestly have no recollection if I liked this or not when I bought it and had one fresh. I don't remember the last time I had this. I don't remember the last time I checked in on it. And I apologize because I haven't responded to the comments in about a week at time of review, and hopefully I do before this is posted. But someone commented, and it was something to the effect of like, do you ever think about like comparing original reviews to these Cellar Saturday videos? And I have thought about it. It's work, and I'm lazy when it comes to this stuff, to be honest with you. But maybe sometimes I should watch those videos first and kind of. The reason I don't, besides the laziness, in all seriousness, is I don't like going in with preconceived notions about things the best I can, you know? So like I was just saying, I don't remember if I liked this or not. I don't remember if I thought there was enough vanilla, etc., etc. Here's what I will say. The base stout, like I like worldwide stout fresh. This is one of those ones that for people to tell me aging beer is pointless, bad, waste of money, whatever, this is one that I would be like, I disagree. This beer, the base beer, gets way better with age. This one in particular, I don't know. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Super dark brown into black, but it's honestly, it's more dark brown than light black to me. Not much head even when I poured it. It's just sticking to the side of the glass. There's actually no head anywhere other than sticking to the side of the glass. Maybe a hair more black than I was making it sound, but I mean, it does look way more dark brown. Let's put like legs and lacing. The legs mostly see through, the tiniest tinge of brown, not much lacing, a little bit of lacing. It looks like a big old stout. Let's get into the aroma. I can smell the alcohol. It's like this, it's almost like if you infused Hershey's chocolate syrup with some sort of booze, vodka even, it doesn't have to even be like something with depth of character. Nothing against vodka, but like not like a bourbon or whatever is what I mean. And it is just oak aged, not bourbon barrel aged. So to be fair, it does not kick out anything like that. So just like generic ethanol booziness with some roast. So like it has that chocolate, almost the chocolate sweetness of a Hershey syrup. So that's why I picked it. But there is not quite coffee level roastiness, but there is a nice roastiness to it. Getting some barrel, some char. Super slight. Of the things I've said, the slightest amount of caramel. Finally getting actually below, I should say, the caramel. So like, as I was saying, everything I've said so far, the caramel's the lowest in terms of intensity. Under that even is some vanilla. I know. Vanilla police, here we go. Let's get into the glass. Cheers, everyone. I have two pieces of good news. Just double checking, everyone. Yeah, I have two pieces of good news. I like the flavor of this, and I do get a little bit of vanilla. I don't get a ton. It does come across much more real vanilla, like the husk of a vanilla bean, than like vanilla ice cream, artificial vanilla. So for sure that way. The roast is there for sure. The chocolate there. It's interesting because there's a sweetness to it for sure, but there's enough roast heftiness, the alcohol heftiness. Although, like I do taste the alcohol. Don't get me wrong. Even with I forgot to say. I know it's in the title. This beer's almost 7 years old. So like I've been selling this for a while. In 2 months, almost exactly 2 months to the day, if I remember correctly, Of course, now I can't find the actual bottling date. I wrote the month and year, and now I can't find easily the bottling date. But anyway, it's almost exactly 2 months away from 7 years old. It still has a booziness to it. Like, that's how intense this beer is. The oak, yeah, I get some woodiness, slight nuttiness, which I think is maybe from the barrel aging. Not a ton. A little bit of oak, but not a ton of that stuff, and that can fade over time, I suppose, like anything else. And again, I don't remember how vanilla intense I thought it was fresh, but yeah, very minimal vanilla, but there. So like the adjuncts are there. It more drinks how I think the base beer drinks. But I do think most times I've had an aged regular worldwide stout, it has tasted less boozy with age on it. And I'm going to put this out there, now that I'm thinking about it in real time. And I'm pretty sure this is a correct statement, but that's the thing with filming reviews is people can always go check the receipts. So maybe I'm mistaken and I'm forgetting something. I think I have always preferred base worldwide stout to any of the adjuncts I've done. Definitely the coffee one from last year, or 2 years ago at this point. The Utopias barrel aged that I had, I think I preferred the base also. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting one. Let me do one more sip, make sure I'm doing this beer justice. That roastiness, if I was doing this blind, I might say espresso, well, I would say coffee, although it drinks more like an espresso specifically. The caramel's creeping up on me. It's still very minimal. And it's weird because I feel like I'm really knocking this beer. I am enjoying it. I'm going to gladly drink this bottle and enjoy that, But yeah, it's also not as good as the base, especially with 7 years on it. You know what's cool? You know what I'm realizing now? Yeah. That roastiness is interwoven with the woodiness, which I think is why I keep going back and forth in my mind and a little bit verbally with wouldn't quite say coffee, but it's espresso-y. It's because it's got this earthy wood element too, mostly from the barrel aging, not like that mulch woodiness that I talk about sometimes in reviews, but a little bit of that too. And that nuttiness is very slight, but it's there. Yeah, okay. I think I have exhausted my tasting notes on this. Do you guys have one before? Have you had the base aged for 7 years or longer, or in that ballpark? Do you think it's better fresh or aged? What do you think about the adjuncts versus the base for this beer, Worldwide Stout? You let me know in that comment section below. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.